Hi everyone, it's Diabetes Awareness Month, and what that's all about is raising awareness about diabetes and educating people, especially non-diabetics, about this condition. I'm type 1 diabetic for the last 29 long years, for anybody that has started watching my videos. And I decided to do this video because there's a huge misunderstanding about type 1 diabetes especially. So what caused my diabetes? I really don't know, and nobody knows, because the causes of type 1 diabetes are largely unknown still. A lot of people think that it's caused by eating too much sugar, and that is totally wrong. And I think where this misconception comes from is the mix-up between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So type 2 diabetes is diet related and lifestyle related and possibly sugar related because it's diet related. But type 1 diabetes is not related to eating too much sugar. And if you're to take anything from this video, I really want you to take that point, that type 1 diabetes is not caused by eating too much sugar. So then you ask, what causes type 1 diabetes? Well, as I said, the causes are largely unknown, but there are theories that genetics play a part, and also exposure to viruses and bacteria and other environmental factors play a part. And that would make sense because it's big news now at the moment about, chemicals and things that are in our food that we're eating and outside in our environment, and plastics and things like that. So that theory probably does make sense. So I did not cause my diabetes, my type 1 diabetes, by eating sugar. So what happens with diabetes? It's an autoimmune disease, and what that means is the immune system that normally protects you from viruses and bacteria and sickness, it turns back on itself and it actually attacks its own cells. And insulin is produced by insulin producing cells in the body, and what the immune system does is it attacks these insulin producing cells. And everybody knows that you need energy and fuel, and glucose is the energy or the fuel that the human body needs. But in order for you to get that energy and fuel, you need insulin to allow that energy and fuel to get into your cells. So if you think of insulin like a key, and it's a key to your cells of your body, and when you eat your food and it's converted into the glucose or the energy that it needs, it also needs the insulin, the key, to open the cells and allow that glucose into the cells to give you the fuel. You cannot get the fuel for your body without the insulin. So with type 1 diabetes, because the immune system attacks the insulin producing cells, you stop producing insulin, and you have to give insulin injections or use an insulin pump. So that's type 1 diabetes in a nutshell, and that's why I have to use an insulin pump. So the main point, as I said earlier, just to recap, it's very important that you take this point. Type 1 diabetes is not caused by eating lots of sugar. And it is not my fault, I did not cause it. It's not preventable, it can happen to anybody, and it's not curable. But it is treatable, thank God. And it's treatable, it's very difficult to treat it on a daily basis, but it is treatable. And I would really appreciate if you could take this information and educate other people that you know, anybody, because it's so important for us as diabetics to have support to be able to look after and manage our diabetes to the best we can and have the best quality of life we can. And we have our healthcare team and we have our family that understand diabetes because they had to learn it because we have it. But it would be really great if the community would understand diabetes a little bit more and support. It would be a support to us. So go out there and spread the word and shock a few type 1 diabetics on the way and say, oh, type 1 diabetes, is that the autoimmune one? Instead of saying, oh, is that the one that's caused by sugar? And you'll see very, very shocked faces. So please take it out, spread the word, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.